Hello and welcome. Peg here, and today's video is all about the Pick Stick Challenge for August, and the colors are green, gold, and yellow. So I've got some green, gold, and some yellow, and I think I want to add some blues to that because the prompt is fish. And I don't know what else I'll end up adding, but I definitely may need some Payne's gray and white. So we'll start with those. Set those aside. First prompt is fish. So I pulled this, I don't know, mullet, whatever you want to call it. Pulled this fish stamp out of my stash. And I'm going to stamp some fish. Now I'm just working in because it's off the edge of the page. It's a little bit difficult. I am just working in a cheap journal. This is, what is this? This is a 80-pound drawing pad from Comet. Yeah, had it around for a while. I've got pages in here I haven't used, and I thought, well, it's a good opportunity to get something down on a page. So, starting off by stamping a few fish, right? And since they're in a school, they usually all go in one direction, so we'll just do that. Just like this. Okay, and that's probably more than enough fish to get us started. Got that going on. Let me see if I can get you down here any closer. Oh, you are in close. Okay, never mind. So that was Black Archival and fish. The next prompt is canvas. So I've got a piece of canvas here. This is just some gessoed canvas scrap. And I think what I'm going to do is use that. I need to get some gesso on this page because it's just bare page at this point. So I'm going to, oh boy. There we go. My lid didn't want to flip right. Going to get a palette knife and some gesso. Just get some gesso down on the background here. Just trying to seal that raw paper with just the thinnest coat of gesso that I can apply here. And then I'm going to take my canvas and I'm going to use that to texturize that gesso. Just smear it around, texturize it with the canvas. And that is the next prompt, which is smear, number 3. So I've done my smear. Now I need to dry this a bit, so I'll be back. Alright, so now I have used a Wildcard Heat to dry this. I'm going to come back and smear some more things on because I need more color. So this is a primary cyan. I'm going to put some of that down on my page. And where's my... I've just got a scraper tool here. Just want to get that color moved around on my page. No right or wrong with this. Just adding the color. In a very thin layer. Looks like I might need just a little bit more down here. I think I'll add a little bit of cobalt to that too. Just a dab. Cobalt is that very pretty teal color. Cobalt teal blue. Love that. One of my favorites. All right, so I'm just cleaning that off on this piece of canvas that's still floating around here. And next up, I think I want to add a little bit of dark. This is the Payne's Gray. So I'm just going to take a dry brush. This is a dry brush here, cheapo dry brush, and just kind of blend that in. Get a little bit of texture and darkness going on. All right, so we've got that. Now I got out some weathered wood. This is a crackle medium. It says apply an even coat over dry acrylic paint coat, base coat. Let dry. Well, it's not dry, so I got to come back and dry it again. Okay, I hit that with a heat tool. Now, the next prompt here is staple. And I think some kind of crackle medium should be a staple in your craft supplies. So Americana weathered wood is one that I like a lot. Oh boy. And I'm gonna just got a little bit of this left in here. Let's see if I can use some of this up. So I'm just gonna paint a coat of this weathered wood medium crackle. And you know, it depends on which way you're putting it on as to the direction of the crackles. And how thick or thin it is as to how it dries. So I'm going to put this down on here, and then I'm going to let it dry normally. Got it kind of thick in this area. You don't want to overwork it, but I want to get it thinned out here a little bit. So I'm going to let it dry, and we'll be back. So what I have here is a stencil from Stencil Girl. This one is from Gwen LaFleur, and it has some fish on it. And I'm just using some archival ink on some deli paper to create some fish. I think I might actually want to put something glittery on that. So let me set this aside and grab another something. I've got these Novu crystal drops. Let's give those a try, shall we? Just going to put a little bit of that in there. Actually, let's put a little bit in on the fish also. Why not? Let's see, I've got that in this blue. And oh, look at that. There's a green gold, right? Let's do the green gold. Gotta have that. And I'm just going to take a credit card. These are from the hotel card. Scrape that in to the layers. Got a lot of it left over here, so I think I'm going to put it on this other piece of canvas. Might as well, instead of wasting it, right? That should dry clear. I've got a little bit left on my piece still, so I'm going to clean that off onto just a scrap piece of paper. And yeah, I think we're done with that. So I can lift my stencil and see what we have here. Oh, we have some very glittery fish. So I'm going to clean my stencil and I'll be back. Yeah, I probably should have taken the tape off first. That wasn't too smart of me. Learn from my mistakes, people. Oh, making a mess. All right, not too bad. We'll let that dry and be back. Alrighty, so my pieces are all glittered up, and I've actually taken some pattern paper, and it's that green gold, and I'm thinking about using that behind there. But before I get into that, let me go back to the journal page. This is now dry. Let me get the... So we used our staple product, which is the weathered wood from Americana. And now I'm going to dip into another paint and spread it, because the next prompt on here, let's see, we've done staple and dip. Next thing on here is, am I doing this right side up? I guess I am. All right, dip. So I'm just going to take some of this, I've got a tile out here. I'm going to take some of this paint. This is DecoArt Media in Cobalt Teal. And I'm just going to put that on there. Take my hotel key card, dip it into the paint, and I'm going to spread some more Cobalt Teal on my page. And I think I'm actually going to add some titanium white. We'll dip in there. Just to bring out that crackle. Because, you know, we put the crackle down, we want to see it, right? So I'm going to put that white on there. Now it might need just a little bit more. And then I'm going to do the Payne's Gray. Vary it up here a little bit. Definitely need more than a drop. Oops, making a mess. So we're getting those layers, which is what I'm after, and that crackling effect. Let's see if I can get it up here where you guys can see the crackling effect there. Okay, so good with that. So we've met all the requirements here. We do need yellow and green gold though. So I think I'm gonna pull this edging off now. Oops. Starting to pull some paper fiber. If that happens, get your heat tool out and warm up the adhesive on the tape. It helps. All right, that's one. Let's see if I can get this one without making a mess. Oh. See, it wants to. Okay, got that up. And there's a little bit of fraying there. So what I do with that is I just take a glue stick. Put a little bit of glue down there. That'll put that right back down. And I'll be happy with that. All right. So now we have our background. And I'm going to get rid of this wet paint. So I can also pull out the paper that's behind that page. All right. So we have our base. I don't know why that wants to do that. All right, just get some skizzers and cut that off. All right, so pretty much dry. Now I've got my fish. If I can pick this stuff up. And I'm going to put my card in the water, and I'm going to grab a wet wipe. Get my palette before it gets totally stuck on there. I don't have to clean it thoroughly. I can just put my wet wipe right over that. Keep it moist. Okay. So, what have we got? We've got our fish, and we've got our paper. And what I did was I ran this paper here, through the Xyron on both sides, so it's sticky on two sides. So, let's see, does that one fit that? Yeah, I think it does. So, what I want to do is take my image. I've got them all mixed up. That's too small for that. Okay, that's going to fit. So here's a fish. And it's got the protective layer of film on the Xyron. Okay. And then I'm going to pull the sticky covering off. This is just a plasticized sheet, carrier sheet. And you can reuse those carrier sheets if you want to. And then I want to position this so that it fits on here. Like so. And then I have a green gold fish with our sparkly design, and I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors and cut him out. Don't want to get too close because I don't want to crack my sparkly stuff. So I'm just going to cut around it like this. And I forgot one thing I was going to do. Maybe we'll do it on the next one. We'll see how this turns out. As you watch me cutting and cutting, this is really like paint drying, right? Okay. Okay, there's our fish. Our green gold fish. And I'm going to do some more of those, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm just going to spend a little bit of time doing some colorization on these fish. Want to give a little bit of depth to their fins and things. So I've got my Copic alcohol markers out. Not doing anything really spectacular. I'm just doing a little color blending with these Copics. Yeah, it's a light one. This one is Y15 and YR24 is what I'm using. And you can see it's just deepening just a little bit. for the fish bins. I think I'll also do just a little bit around the edging here. Give it that depth perception here. Okay. And then we've got to do his gills. So do a little bit around the gills. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to continue on with these and I'll be back. So now I'm going to start finishing up the page. I've got some decoupage. This is a matte water-resistant glue sealer finish. This is from Tracy Batista. And I just want to put a little bit of that down because I want to add this glittery quote. It says, "Go your own way." And I can see I did not have a clean brush, which would help a lot if you have a clean brush. Grab a different brush. Oh, they're all the wrong brushes. Here we go. This one might work better. So I want to put this down without colorization. And I don't really want the matte on top of the glitter, but I need to put a little bit on top of here just to seal it in. It says, "Go your own way." I'm going to try to rub as much of that off as I can of the top layer of, all right, what did I do with my wipes? Somebody took my wipes. Jeez. So that the glitter can come through, I'm just going to wipe that back a little bit. Try not to disturb the paper itself. Okay, so I've got that. Go your own way, and then I'm going to put down the fishes. So they're still wet. I put a little bit of the Nuvo Jewel Drops into their eyes. So I'm going to start with this guy. Remember, I ran it through the Xyron, so I should be able to just peel and stick if I can get a hold of the edging here. Yeah, I don't want to get my finger in the wet stuff either. Where is my crafty tools here? Get a knife. See if I can get a hold of the edge. There we go. Now we've got it going. So I have adhesive all over the back of this because I ran it through the Xyron. So there we go. He is good to go. Right there on my page. Like that. And we'll get the other fish. Where do I want him? Yeah, I think we'll do something like this. And then I'll put a little shadow in, and we will be done with Pick a Stick Challenge for the month of August. If you'd like to join us, come and find the Facebook group. It'll be in the description box below. And we'd be happy to have you join us each month as we do these challenges. Just remember to answer the questions so that we know you're not a robot and you're a real person. And that's it from me this month, guys. If you like this and you haven't been subscribed to my channel before, please consider subscribing and leaving me a kind comment. I always love to hear from you. And bye for now.